that bounce right here. Time to move on. Time to.
This nigga better answer the phone.
This nigga's not answering the phone for this bitch.
You know what time it is.
Come on, girl.
Hold on.
Hello?
Turn it down a little bit. Yo, what's good?
Nah, I'm
Tori.
just playing. Yo, leave it at the beat.
Yo, it's Jalissa. I know you let your crusty ass phone ring and go to voicemail, and I'ma just take it as you don't got my number saved in that new phone of yours. You not low, nigga. This is not no little rumor no more. Everybody know you coming back to the city, so I don't know why you trying to hide from me, Tori. Yeah, a surprise party? Yeah, we're gonna throw you a surprise party. I'm gonna be there, Keisha's gonna be there, and Keisha's sister's gonna be there too. We're gonna make you feel real invited. Welcome back, Tori. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Fucked up. Fuck out of here. Head ass.
Analyzing now. Stand clear. Check for pulse. No shock advised. Analyzing now. Stand clear.
Feels like forever I've been waiting just to get you back, yeah. You've been moving stingy with your time, knowing that I put it all on the line. Get on them fucking secrets, girl, and work it for me. Like I know you got that clean, but you get dirty for me.
With no pulse, start CPR.
Never felt like I feel, but now fuck you right, I will. You fucking right, I will. I'll make it so no one could ever fuck you like I will. I know you're tight for real. I know you'd like to feel all of the things I said I won't do, but tonight I will. Out of Tennessee and more easy, get me right for real. No one said it was easy to feel how you like to feel. Well, I'm your type for real. You know the hype is real. You know my situation. You got these bitches hating. Can you just tell me, see when jumping through these obstacles to find my way in. And it ain't no usher, but I'm a superstar. Now come get this and I'll show you who you are. When we take our time, 'cause I can't wait. No baby, let me make your mind. 'Cause I can't wait, I can't wait. Let me make your mind. Let me make your mind. Let me make your mind.
See, we're here nice and slow like this. Y'all know what this is.
Let me take my time. I won't waste, I won't waste. Let me take my time. Working it so good, baby, working it so good, baby. Let me take my time. Let me take my time. I won't waste, I won't waste. Let me take my time. Let me take my time. Working it so good, baby, working it so good, baby.
It's so good the way I'm touching you.
I'm just saying.
It's so good when I say you love me, baby.
Toy Lanes.
It's so good just say you love the real. I wrote the words for real to tell you how I feel.
Let's do that again. Let's be back. Got me faded for you, baby. All the money, gosh, and payments arbitrated. Don't think that I don't, because I see it. I see it. I see it. Don't you go provoke it, 'cause I see it. I can feel it. Hey, you need it, baby. Let me take my time. I won't waste. I won't waste. Let me take my time. Working it so good, baby. used to pull up every week, you should've seen her. The way she did it, nobody could do it cleaner. I seen her in a suit for my birthday, and I can tell you the reason these niggas thirsty. Lil' mama getting it in on the worst day. Lil' mama getting it in, she fit the school and the gym into a work day. I'm sprung, she got me doing the dishes. Hella nigga down when the clip was to an extension. You so bad, yeah, you so vicious. I'm so glad that you not his chick. She wanted a nigga, ain't got the right one. I wanted a bag, she looking like fun. Pull up on me, baby, and spend the night. They saying I'm sprung, they right.
I can't let you go without me.
Shawty got me. Waiting on the mama tryna lock me. It can't be nobody if it's not me. I'm in the same spot that you dropped me.
I can't let you go without me.
Shawty got me. Waiting on the mama tryna lock me. It can't be nobody if it's not me. I'm in the same spot that you dropped me.
You.
And you sprung me, baby, I sprung you too. You undone me, baby, I'ma undo. I like a busted, baby, I'ma bust you too. I'm sprung and it's true, cause
ooh, you did it, ooh, did it you. I already know what it takes to get into you. Ooh, bring it back. She put that pussy on me, she know how to make it clap, I make it clap, yo. I make it clap, yo. I had them haters asking how you up in that road, and how them umbrellas coming out of that door, how the front doors open up like the back doors. I be like, you ain't rich enough, you ain't got my bitch in the Lamborghini bikini on the beach sitting up. Now you bitching up, now you bitch with us. She said that champagne nasty, spit it up. Tory took one line of it, a hot song. Now the chicks won't taste, I am not gone, but it's been 5 times you ain't get on. Baby on the next song, I can't let you go without me.
Shawty got me. Waiting on the mama tryna lock me. It can't be nobody if it's not me. I'm in the same spot that you dropped me.
I can't let you go without me.
Shawty got me. Waiting on the mama tryna lock me. It can't be nobody if it's not me. I'm in the same spot that you dropped me.
You.
And you sprung me, baby, I sprung you too. You undone me, baby, I'ma undo. I like a busted, baby, I'ma bust you too. I'm sprung and it's true, cause
she got me doing things I'll never do. If you ain't been, I'm telling you, I'm sprung. She got me doing things I'll never do. If you ain't been, I'm telling you.
you so sexy to me, sexy to me. Give a damn who your ex be. I be flying to your jet speed. You sexy, make me wanna get messy. Make me wanna give it to you all day, all night. And a bro like give a damn who'll catch me. You sexy, sprung girl, you get me. Got me doing things I never do, and it's true.
And thank you. And thank you. And thank you.
Different man off the Hennessy. Tryna hit it so good you remember me. Pussy good like
Thank you. Thank you.
fucking your body. I
what's up, Yanni? How you doing? my gosh, that was fast. That was pretty cool. Oh, wait a minute. By the way, what's up? I just saw your message. My bad. In Twitch, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna open up a Zoom.
What up, buddy?
Yo, what's going on? Give me 1 second. All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, the audio's going out the wrong thing. Give me a second, I guess.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, well, we're just gonna have to deal with it. It's going out on my speakers, but it's not. I can't.
It's not dropping a stream.
No, it's just like Zoom doesn't give a shit what I want.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like saying fuck me. So, yeah. So, currently evaluating that AS pose thing to see if it's even possible to like do what I need, right?
To play with the data that way.
Yeah.
The triplicate data and separate it.
Yeah, it's been a journey. By the way, Mako codes. I'm currently working on trying to convert this document into something usable so that I can process it further. So as you see, it's like a bunch of data in a giant PDF. And yeah, so for you, Kyle, here's what like I've tried. I tried two libraries in Node, one of which is called PDF to JSON, which is based on the PDF to JSON, like, I guess, binary. It's a C++ thing. That converted it to JSON, but it didn't pull out any of the data, which is, I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean.
It's probably because of the tables. It's probably not able to process tables then.
I would agree, except it didn't pull out. I mean, hold on. Let me just open.
Oh, it didn't even pull out like the list.
Yeah, it pulled out something, but it was just useless to me. Let me open up the project right quick. All right, so I have it here. All right, so this is the let me open the pretty version of this so that it's a little bit easier to read. All right, so you see how like it has some stuff, right? So like if I look for certain countries, so like Singapore is here, and like you would think that there would be actual stuff here, but there's not. All the countries are here, but when I searched for like a duty, like a tax duty, none of that shows up. None of that's here. So effectively, this PDF to JSON is useless to me.
Yeah.
And then the second thing that I did, well, technically the fourth thing that I did was I installed the ASPose binary or DLLs in my .NET project that I just created, and I was able to create a conversion. It converted it just fine. Let me open that right quick. Give me a second. All right, so if we open up this out file or out.html, you'll see here that like this is on the right track, but the problem is it didn't give me anything. It didn't give me the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm imagining that this is due to me using the free version of this because it says it's evaluation only. So then I was like, well, maybe I can kind of like do like an in-memory stream kind of deal, and maybe, just maybe, I can actually inspect to see if it's doing what I expect it to do. Because this ASPose is expensive, and I don't want to purchase it without like knowing for sure that it's going to work. Let me show the price of this. I'm not sure if I've talked about it.
What about like trying to OCR it and then drop it into JSON?
Do what now?
OCR. So, fuck, what does it stand for? Basically, read the document and try and transpose it into JSON.
I think that would be very difficult because I don't understand the current layout of the document to begin with. And turns out that like I forget what the exact title is, but it's like I don't know, like some type of broker. It's a licensed broker. It's through the federal government, and like it's a whole career where people like they understand this. I'm like, I'm not gonna figure that shit out.
I mean, it's like a CPA tax code. People do. It's literally they just read the fucking book every year.
Yeah. So I actually met with a lady who does this yesterday, and like she has a shit ton of knowledge, and I'm just like, it would take me. Well, she's been doing it for almost 40 years. So I'm like, it would take me a long time to get to that point. But as you can see here, this tool is $4,000. So I need to make for real sure that is going to meet my needs. That's the only way that I'm willing to pay for it. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. So that's if I get everything. I think if I just get the PDF, it's only $1,200. But even then, like, I want to make sure that this is going to be a viable part of my solution. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. So I am currently working on, like, I guess to this little
say like here, hold on, because this is like sort of you're spanning into like data science type of work. Here, I'll drop it in random. Like that's how I think the best way to like process this sort of shit. But it's also like it's a lot of data.
Let me see. Bro, no, they're doing coordinates and shit.
Well, keep going because from what I saw in the document that you scrolled through real quick, like you see how it's like sectored out like that.
Yes. Well, let's review it a little bit closer. Maybe I'm not sure if you saw this yet. It's in I think this is random.
Yeah, I saw the back and forth. I've been so fucking busy.
Oh, no worries. All right, so here's how it is, right? Like it's it's a bit of a mess, but you know,
because and this is the other problem. It's just treating. You have your headers on the charts, then you have your subsections.
Mm-hmm.
There's no clear like line cut, is there, between pages? On like this table, it's like a forever table.
I'm gonna say not presentationally, but I know that like in order to draw a table in a PDF, like it has like, what do you call the words? It has a way to mark the end of a table. Some of these tables go on for like hundreds of pages. Like just one table could be hundreds of pages.
Jesus Christ.
I think they're like 4,500, or it's either 4,500 pages or 45,000 pages. I forget how many there are. Yeah. Oh no, they're 4,300. So as you see, it's like it's insane.
So you could have 100 pages to just fucking cheese.
Yeah. Yeah.
Block.
Yeah. Basically anything that you can, well, not anything, not the actual products themselves, but like any categorization of all products that are sold or that can be sold in America, they're here. And it's not just America, it's everywhere in the world, actually. So I learned a little bit of stuff. So I learned that these first 6 characters, I'm sorry, not characters, the first 6 digits are the HS thing. Here, I can show you the harmonized thing right quick. All right, so say for instance, like we wanted to find this right here. This is the HTS code, but I'm saying, like the first few characters are the HS code. So if I were to go into the harmonized system, which I thought I had somewhere, maybe I don't. Let's see, harmonized system. I think it's the WCO that does this. And they actually have some tools, but they don't provide like just like a, I guess this data in something that's efficient to be queried. So it's like part of my process is I got to get this into something that I can do something with. And this AS Post, apparently they provide a data model for interacting with tables. But obviously I don't really know how to do that yet. I've kind of just started looking at it.
Yeah, because how I would process this is through OCR and try and break it down that way.
Okay. How would you do that? I can't use, honestly, like I was using JavaScript at first. Yeah. It took forever to do just the conversion. And like I imagine that C# will be a lot faster. Like it was instant, but obviously it only did like a couple pages. So I'm not sure if it was instant because it only reads in a certain amount, or if it's just fast as fuck. I really don't know. But if I were to use OCR, like I'm not using Python, just out of principle, fuck Python. I'm not
that's my background. So
if you know how to do this, then we can use Python, and
I know enough data science to tell somebody how to do it.
All right, well, let's open up. I think you can run. Gosh, what do you call those things? Notebooks in Google?
Jupyter Notebooks?
Yeah. So we can do it there. Google.
I'm wondering, so I'm wondering if Rust would be Rust has that option. But this is more like in the data science type of field of cracking that open.
Yeah, I haven't done data science in like, I don't know, it's been what, 8, 5, no, not, God, actually, yeah, it may have been like 8 years. No, back when I used to work in data on the data side of things.
Yeah,
OCR is typically not great at all. Well, before I even go into that, like there's some things about this document that like I learned yesterday. For one, is that there are links, right? Like I need to be able to like backtrack. So like OCR is not going to help me with that at all.
Yeah, that's not going to process that.
So you see here where it's like leaders and it's like go to this and then you go to this and then it's like it has some stuff, but what I learned yesterday is that some of these links it's just like, oh, go see this other thing. Yeah. Which is itself a code. So like this right here, I think it's for China, if I remember correctly. And as you can see, it's tons of places where this is at. So to find the original one and like what it means, it's not, I don't know, it's not obvious. None of this is obvious. So it seems like if I'm able to get this accomplished, that there will be a lot of value. I did talk to the guy who first approached me about this, and he's like, well, we're on stream. He said that we can make something. Let's just say
that. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, so I mean, really, I think this is the major hurdle. Like once I can get this into something efficient, I already have like a plan of attack. So I'll share that because, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna make that much progress tonight, but if I get this into something that I can process, I can effectively establish like a basic schema just for these tables, right? Like the information is pretty simple, and from there, what I can do is every time I insert a record into the database or to this table, I can create an index or like update an index on Algolia with this information, so I can do free text search. And I believe that Algolia bought a vector search company, so I can do semantic search. And I did talk to this licensed person who does this, as well as my buddy who like does this for real. And they were just like, that would be enough, right? So the use case that I told them is that if you wanted to search for a cell phone like iPhone, you can just type in iPhone and it'll pull up the right thing. So here's one of the cases she gave me. She was like, say for instance you wanted to find a computer. How do you find a computer? You can't just type computer.
Electronic.
Let's see what happens. You see the issue? Which one do you use? See the issue? And she said for computers, if you want to actually get a computer, it's not computer. You have to put data processing unit or something like that.
Because this is the other problem. It's probably going against like patent names and that sort of shit.
What do you mean by patent name? Patent
Like,
names?
like if are not patent names. Oh, what is? It's the same thing when you file, like when you register your company for like an LLC, or you're running something off for a tax purpose. It's actually not a computer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're using like like terminology that like we as normal people we
Accounting
don't
terminology.
use.
Yeah.
They're using like because they have to classify every single thing that comes into the country. And she was also saying that like another value add that we could do is to tie this together to all of the other government agencies. She was saying that like everything here is just like literally everything, but she's saying some of these things fall under the jurisdiction of certain agencies like the FDA, Food Drug Administration.
And then like the Trade Commission and
right.
Yeah.
And she was saying that like it's really important to understand this because she was like they have guidance for certain things and like you
handling, processing, all that sort of shit. Yeah.
Right. She also went over what these codes are, and like honestly, I've never been like so impressed with just. I never felt dumb, bro. Like I was just like, man, I don't know shit because she's just like. I don't know, like I mentioned something, she just knows the actual code. She's just like, oh, it's this in this section. I was like, the fuck.
Well, it's like me. You ask me a port number, I can tell you most likely what it is.
Yeah,
that sort of shit.
I mean, I can kind of tell you that, but yeah, this is next level. She was also saying that these codes right here they correspond to FTAs or free trade agreements. So she was like, it's really important for the client because it's the client's responsibility to do this. She's like, it's really important to choose the right thing because it can be the difference between paying a 25 to 30% duty to paying nothing, right? So like obviously if you're importing, let's say you're importing like $100 million worth of product, to pay a 30% duty on that is $30 million, right? So like this could save you $30 million if you know which code to put it under. And I also learned that if you put it the wrong code, you can face a huge fine, like millions of dollars sometimes. So it seems like it's a lot of value in here. But here's the crux of the problem is how do you find the right code easily? Yeah. So that was a back and forth. So there you're caught up now. But yeah, given that you've just seen this, do you still think OCR is like a thing?
No, not with the backlinks and everything. It could be like under the initial process, but it's just like
bro, what if? Wait, hold on, wait.
We export the entire thing as JSON.
So HTS number. Okay, so like, what if I just go to the beginning and like as you can see it's so much shit. And she was saying that like some of these things, if I can find them, if there's like these yellow highlighted things, she's like if it's highlighted yellow that these codes no longer apply but they don't remove them. And she was also saying that at the beginning they actually go through, it's almost like a diff but it's like a just a word version where they're like we've changed these things and it's just up to you to just like no. it's kind of yeah, this is our government. That's all I can say. Yeah,
well, this is like text code. It just gets so convoluted.
Ah, here we are. Yeah.
And all this other
it does.
Shit.
Actually, she gave me a printout. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab it. Okay, so it's called the U.S. This is through U.S. Customs Border and Protection, and she gave me a tariff classification. So let me see if I can find that. U.S. Border, U.S. Customs. Yeah, so she gave me this document, a printout of this, and she said that Well, I need to read it. She told me to just read this. She's like, even though it's a lot. She's like, it's a lot less than this shit here. And she said that it goes over. It basically gives you enough information to kind of understand what this document is. And she also said that this document also has some stuff in here there at the top. You know, the first 100 or so pages, where if you read that, it should give you a better idea of how this is structured and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I guess I could technically read all of this shit, and then we could do OCR if I can, you know, get a good enough understanding. Or the alternative is we just bring her into the fold, and like she serves as our expert.
Or SME, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm in research phase. That's what I'll say. I'm in research phase, and I'm not gonna lie. This is a huge challenge. It's kind of a huge challenge, but at the same time, I'm like, given how difficult this is, it may actually be worth it. Especially because I've already been told that by my friend. He's like, I actually have some clients who may be willing to pay for the development of this.
Leverage.
Let's just say this. Just pay for the development of this. Yeah. So, now that you have just, I mean, we basically know the same shit now.
Yeah.
So, here's what I was at. I was just gonna try to see what this object looks like, and kind of just piece together shit.
Are you skipping a lot of the code part and actually just working off the table pages?
What do you mean the code part? What do you mean?
All the list. You're actually working within the columns and not the the listed number letter bullshit right now.
To be honest, I don't know what I'm working with right now. I'm like literally at step 0. I've been able to read the PDF. That was the first hurdle, which is like, how do I actually read this thing? And then once I read it, I was like, well, how do I get semantics out of it? So that's where I'm at now. I'm trying to figure out like, how can I programmatically, for instance, if I wanted to just get all of the tables, how do I do that? Right? Or like, there's all this information here. This is important. And she also said there's these general notes that are incredibly important. So it's like, I also need to figure out like, how do I get these things and like put them somewhere, right? Because I want to put all of these general notes somewhere. These are section notes. She's like, this could be useful information. So what if I put all of this in a database, for instance, where it's like, we know what's in each chapter and the sections and all that kind of thing.
And then obviously like later once all the data comes in, we have once we can identify that, like if you scroll back up where it said like the meat and stuff like that, you could create a subsection like, hey, these are the rules for this.
Right. So basically once it's in like a way that I can do something with, like the world opens up.
Yeah. I would split up the PDF between like the sections and the actual tables and process each one separately.
Oh, well, what if I told you that that's already how it is, but it still won't help me? Like, it still won't help me because like we basically fall back to the same problem of like, how do I actually parse it? So, like, get the meaning out of it. But if we go to this HTS here, you can see that they already have that, right? So they have a chapter for each section.
Okay, yeah.
And this document, the only reason why I pulled the whole document like this was because I was like, I'm going to programmatically do something. And it's easier for me to like build a service where I can just kind of like pull this site and then like just pull this off versus to do this, because it gives me like 99 different options to fail. Yeah. Because what happens if they change how this is done, right, on their end, then I'm fucked because there's no API for this. Because of course.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. They have viewers. I wonder what that means. Let's just click it and see what it does. Okay, nothing. Of course.
Yeah, so it's probably going to take you somewhere.
Yeah, I looked at this open data right here as well, and it took me somewhere. It just wasn't that useful for what I need at the moment. And yeah, oh man, we went over anti-dumping. So here's another just like just this fun stuff that I've learned. She said that if someone claims that another country is dumping products into our country or something like that, and you are someone who's importing those dumped products, well, if a case is opened, it takes up like 5, 10, or 15 years to close that case. And she says that if at the end of the closing of the case, if they increase the duty or they add a duty, she says that everyone who came in like and were buying things in the past, like they had to retroactively pay that fine. Jesus. So she gave a story about some guy who had imported like I don't know, like a few tons of steel from Korea, and she informed him of this issue, and he went ahead and did it and sold it. Well, literally 10 years later, he has to pay duties, and it's millions of dollars. I hate to laugh, but like that's the value, right? So it's like, yeah. You know, if we can make something like this easier for people to deal with, because right now they have to deal with all of this shit. Like everything I'm dealing with, someone has to do this, and it's not this licensed broker; it's the client who has to do all of this.
Yeah.
So like, hopefully you can imagine, like if you're freight forwarding hundreds of millions of dollars worth of products a year, there's a lot of risk with classification, and if you are classifying things incorrectly, you're paying more duties, or you could pay fines. And it's a whole thing. So just do the math in your head. I'm sure you can figure out that how.
Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous because you can have one truckload that's worth millions and millions of dollars.
Yes. Yeah. Just one container could be like one container could be like worth a lot, and there's so much stuff here, right? Like. It's so much stuff. I don't even know where to begin. Some like really, other than just jump in and just see, like just learn as I go.
Nuts.
So I'm thinking, I'm just like, man, like even if I don't build a front end, I think that there's value in getting this data out of this PDF and maybe just building an API where, like, you know, if other people wanted to build something, like they can use this. I'm not saying that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just saying it's like I think that. Like just getting this information is so difficult. I think whatever you do can be valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here. This is investigation numbers. It's not the HS stuff that I need. Man, it's I don't know. I don't know. I've been struggling today. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. This shit is hard.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. This is the opening credits. This is the hard part.
Man, I even had issues earlier. Man, I gave up on something. So initially, like I got my TypeScript project started up and all that kind of stuff, and then just one package that I want to use doesn't have types, and I couldn't, like, oh my gosh. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just use JavaScript for now. And I'm not happy. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, this shit has made me upset. But let me go back to my little code sample that I was looking at, and let's see what happens if I run it.
Oh, you're good. I'm over here trying to get Linux spun up on my cluster.
That shouldn't be hard. You know how to do that, right?
Well, I'm trying to put a new Linux image on this cluster. And get this cluster going under a new get this Linux cluster up and running, but do it headlessly, which means like I don't need to go in and set it up.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a pain in the ass part. I'd rather not do that. But
when you say headless, are you saying that you want to be able to, like, I guess if you have a target machine, you can like point to that target and run something, and it just does all the things that it's supposed to do without that UI that you sometimes get with Linux?
Kind of, yeah. So basically, you can actually drop a couple scripts, and the scripts will basically spin up the machine with no, like, you don't have to do anything. Like, you don't have to pick the language or anything like that. I'm trying to do that, plus actually get it to spin up with the right IP and everything. But I'm running into architecture issues because it's not what it should be.
Like system architecture, as in like your processor, or some other type of architecture.
The actual build is because it's ARM based. It's different.
Okay.
Yeah, the file system's stored and configured differently. So it's like, all right, like these are DTB files, ELF files. So it's like, I don't know these.
Man, I will be glad when we're done with this transition to like new architectures. I know for consumers, like it's fun in games, but like for actually trying to build stuff, it can be very challenging.
So like ARM's efficient for like normal day-to-day computers nowadays.
Well, yeah, I mean,
But
I'm running on ARM.
nothing's replacing
I'm on ARM.
these enterprise class CPUs.
I think they're going to move to ARM. I mean, that seems to be what's happening because they're more efficient. I don't think Intel has ever invested what they needed to invest to make x86 efficient. And
they're trying to come around, but
well, I know they're trying to, but like, I mean, just think about how much money. I mean, how much energy does a data center use in a day? Like, how many kilowatt hours? Or is it megawatt hours?
I just go off by my total kilowatt, or yeah, my total megawatt. So when I was at Facebook, my 10, 12 buildings was 230 megawatts.
How much?
230 megawatts for 10 buildings.
For a day?
Yeah. Or not a day, but that's total power consumption on the floor.
But like, what period of time though?
All day, every day.
Fuck, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's the max number. Now, mind you, that's 10 buildings of an area that probably has 15 to 20 times that number of buildings.
Yeah, that's
basically where I live. I will never lose power because there's so many data centers.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we would like to think that. God damn, that's a lot of power. That's a lot of energy.
Yeah.
That, man, you know what? Like, that just made me realize that, like, as energy costs continue to increase, bandwidth cost necessarily has to increase.
So, well, here's the thing: is how much is just internetwork traffic to rack to rack versus what goes in and out? It's actually a lot more inbound traffic than you think that actually leaves the data center. Because you have a lot of duplication, you have a lot of databases that spread and all this sort of stuff. But to put it in perspective, one rack can be anywhere between 8 kilowatts to 24 is the average kilowatts per rack.
Wait, per rack?
8 kW to 24 kW per rack. And that's at 48 U's with about 80% populated.
Well, I'm curious, like, what uses most of that energy? Is it the processor itself? Is it just keeping the memory? Like, what is it?
It's the processor. Processor is the hottest, most active part of the system. A lot of it goes into cooling, and a lot of it goes in. So, like, it's the processor cooling, and then just kind of your normal stuff. The other reason is a lot of your compute systems now, like you. So there's like you have your usually like 3 classes. You have networking, storage, and compute. Storage. It depends on your storage, but mainly it's a lot of low wattage type stuff. Whereas your compute is actually, that's where you get into those 24 kWs and 48 U's because they're double to triple to quadruple per U density. So they're trying to increase the density per footprint and kind of max out the number of the number of systems you're trying to do. So like, let me see if I can find you a picture. OCP, what's it called?
You gonna drop it in random?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find like the Facebook example. Oh, dude, I also had a lot of Facebook guys hit me up.
Like for what? Like
because all the layoffs they had this week.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. What 11?
Oh yeah. Actually,
so I'm curious, like the like what is Fang now?
I don't know, dude.
Facebook laid off. Apple is hiring freeze. Is Google hiring freeze? Or are they still hiring? Oh well, I don't know.
The public sector's fine. The public sector's hiring. The private sector is not. So actually, let's see if I can find a better doc. So Facebook leads what is called the OCP, the Open Compute Project. Microsoft and AWS, they're all doing the same thing. Your average footprint can fit about, geez, how many racks were we fitting in a space? About 48 by 6? It was like 48 by 6 or 48 by 8. I think it was 48 by 6. Yeah, you could fit almost like 200 to 300 racks in one of our rooms here. Trying to find a pretty picture of a super dense machine.
By the way, I want you to see this. This is the output. Oh my gosh. Like,
yeah, that's weird.
I mean, I understand why this is the case, but like it makes it's hard to evaluate if this can even do my needs, if like it's only gonna it's only giving me like the first 2 pages, which is useless. So I guess what I'm gonna have to do is I can use that. I'm gonna have to like convert the specific page, like extract the page out of the document that has the data that I want, just to see like what the data. I don't know. I don't know. What if 1293.
But also to actually pique interest. Also, where is this? Facebook has started actually loading their data centers to 90 degrees cooled, which is interesting.
What do you mean 90 degrees cooled?
So the cool side of a data hall is usually anywhere about 68 to 72 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
They're adding 20 degrees to cooling, to the cooling temp to save money and efficiency.
So you mean like it's going to be warmer? They're running.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a problem though? Because so long as it's cooler than the processor and they're able to effectively evacuate the heat away from that unit, it shouldn't matter, right?
Yes and no, because what you also have to think about, if it's a top-down cooling or like a side-in cooling, your temperature is only going to get hotter the farther away you are from the cooling unit. So, for example, top-down, if it's coming from the above or it's coming from the side, the farther away you are, the hotter it is. So if it's 90 degrees coming out, if you're 20 feet away, it could be 110 degrees. So it's a huge variance in the space, and it's really like I'm kind of curious what's happening.
Maybe,
and now
honestly,
I've
I
lost
feel like,
some of my inside.
I feel like they probably have enough, data on like reliability or just like
maybe Facebook has a fuck ton of data on this sort of shit.
Yeah, so I'm like maybe they know that it doesn't really affect, or maybe it like they know that it's okay because they're only going to use a certain amount. They're going to use service. They're going to use that computer. I'm gonna just call it a computer. There's a limited service time, right? So it's only like a few years, maybe.
Well, that's the other thing is they're trying to extend the life cycle of these.
Well, never. Okay.
Yeah, because the average life cycle is 3 years on most like server side systems. I know Azure was doing it when I was leaving GitHub, and Facebook is also doing it. But Facebook, when I was leaving Facebook, they were doing a refresh and actually taking machines that were hitting 3 to 5 and refreshing them for another 2 to 3.
Wow. Well, man, that I don't know. Like things are interesting right now. We're in interesting times.
I'm trying to find a picture of it. So Facebook, like, I'll just describe it a little bit better. Their compute systems are actually a U is a unit that's spread out by like, what is it, 19 inches or 18 inches?
Mm-hmm.
Facebook has 2 styles. They have 1U, which kind of fits 2 in 1, or you have the 2Us, which has 3 to 4 sleds of processors. So each sled is a computer. And then they have their 4U, which I'm trying to find, which is because these are the more interesting ones, where it's just like a card, and it's stacked in a row. So you have cards sideways that are stacked front to back and like going sideways.
What type of? I'm gonna just do this 2U server rack. I think I've seen the video, the GPU racks that do something similar.
Yeah.
I'm only pulling it up because I see that there are other people watching on this.
Yeah. Here's the engineering blog that will kind of. So this is what I was dealing with when I was at Facebook. So like those are that's a single. Each green 2 tabs is a single CPU, and then you have. So that's 4 per chassis, and then you had about 4 chassis going across in a unit at 4 units high. Those that's so each one of those is 12 or 16 terabytes by 48. So that's almost a petabyte of storage.
Wait, how much storage again? I'm sorry, what?
That's close to a petabyte in those big basins.
Okay, and I imagine RAM is what in the terabyte range as well.
Or no, that's the Bryce Canyon. Each disk is about 12 to 16 terabytes. And then this is the GPU server you were talking about.
Disk? They're using disk?
Yeah. Regular spinning disk. So this is where a lot of your archival stuff goes. So if you posted a picture back like in 2010, it's sitting on one of these disks to be called at some random time when you start scrolling through your pictures. Then those are the GPUs, and then these are the other kind of computes. Are these? Yeah, these are the newer ones, M2 NVMe's and all that sort of stuff.
How much does one of these racks cost? 100 or in the million?
So Open Compute actually costs less than what you would order from Dell. So a couple 100,000 to $1 million. Depending how dense you are. The 2 things is, one, to make them very efficient and very cheap compared to like Dell. So Dell has all the pretty fascia and everything.
Yeah,
you have to kind of know how know how to touch, where to touch. Every green part you see on these machines is what is service technician will touch.
Yeah, this is honestly like I used to be, I don't know, back in the day, because I imagine like most software people, like they probably started out with just computer people in general.
Yeah.
So actually, there was a point when I was doing systems and all that kind of stuff. Not software side, but like hardware side. And somehow I got into software. I don't understand how or why. Because in all honesty, I don't actually. I never liked software like that.
I mean, I technically I kind of do software, but not really. But like when I was at Facebook, I was doing capacity management and planning. So I was actually building the data center and putting down the footprints and working with the networking team and managing the throughput and all that sort of stuff.
Honestly, that's what I thought I would. I mean, that's because that's what I did to kind of get into this. That's what I thought I would do. But yeah,
networking's a fucking black hole. You can really, really get into some crazy shit.
I know. I know. I don't think I've ever shared this, and I know it's probably not that impressive to you right now, but I am a CCNA. I got it when I was
a good old 19. RNS,
huh?
Routing and switching.
Yeah, I think I got it when I was 19 or 20 or something like that, and like I was planning to do the CC. Is it NP or NP? I forget the one after.
The next one, yeah.
Yeah, and like I actually had it as a goal to go all the way. And then
CC. Oh shit! What is it? CC.
The one that's the last one.
Yeah, I know a couple of them. They're just fucking. They just fucking chill.
I mean, I saw the salaries, and back then, to me, I was just like, oh my god, you make that much money? But then, like, I found out that like if you get that last one, that top one, like you could for real make money. Like,
well, essentially, you make that top one, and then you work for an ISP or a major like internet company, and you get invited to the secret chat that basically runs the internet.
Yeah, I wanted to be a part of that, and then. And honestly, my specialization was in security, actually.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I started the security team at my school? So I used to do that kind of shit where I was just like, yeah, before it was extra illegal. I mean, it was still illegal back then, but not what it is now.
Man, I mean, if you say you're doing it for R&D and you do it at home and you accidentally,
I mean, sure, I can say that, but like I was really about like I want to.
Yeah, if you're reaching out, then that's on you.
I want to steal shit. I'm over here, like I don't want to pay for nothing. I was broke.
Well, I mean, now you have like bug bounty programs that are paying out like anywhere from $5,000 to I think what's the biggest I've seen like $250,000. And it's just people just fucking sitting at home poking around. There's guys that have like they do like 2 months of research and get paid $50,000. So if you can do 6 months of that, 6 months of $50,000. Or 6x by 50 is fucking. I can't think of math.
300.
Yeah, there you go. So it's not bad.
You're right, but I've been corrupted with experience now, and I'm just like I can make more than. I'm like, why would I do that?
Well, like half the shit is automated nowadays. You just hit your bug bounties and automate it, and look like you start poking.
By the way, unrelated to what we're talking about, I have news for you. This doesn't work for what I need. I just realized I didn't read it anywhere. I just realized I'm just like I was trying to extract text. That's why I was like, oh, that's why it's not giving me this table data. Because I don't know if you saw what I just.
Yeah, no, I saw what came out. Yeah.
I basically exported just like one page just to see if and nothing came out. So I was like, oh my gosh. So,
Jeez.
Yeah. There's this PDF structure thing here, but like I don't know.
Yeah, but the PDF structure, I'm wondering if that just like places the. Man, that's got to be just like a weird structure thing.
I'm honestly, I feel like some of this could just be. Like if I can figure out their API, and when I say figure out, I don't really want to figure it out. I would prefer if I'm gonna call or have someone set up a demo or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they are charging a shit ton of money, so that means that
they have to have like a sales engineer or something, like a sales team that would be able to help you.
Technical support, sales queries.
Yeah.
what you think is probably sales queries, right? Instead, post questions in the support forum. Okay. Oh, this is what you're building.
Yeah, so I went and picked up.
Can I show it?
Yeah, you can show that.
All right.
So that's 4 terabytes in SSDs over USB 3 into each Raspberry Pi, and this will be a cluster. So this is a mini at-home data center.
What data are you planning to put on here?
I'm going to start putting metrics and logs into the cluster and have it spread out so I can just drop a Pi and see how it reacts.
Mm.
So I'm just going to start scraping a whole bunch of APIs to pull in essentially
I
fake
have
logs.
a question then. Are you like, is the data like duplicated over all of these devices? Or are you doing some type of like splitting? Like, so if you pull it out, right now my assumption is that you have to have the same copy of the same data on each one of those devices. Is that
Basically,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
That'll shard it across all 4.
So is this effectively a RAID, kind of?
No, because it's not each. It's basically distributed databasing or distributed storage.
Mm. How are these connected? Like is it through a net? I don't see the Ethernet thing. So
It's because I only have like little 4-inch network cables, but you see so these are Raspberry Model 4 or Raspberry Pi 4s, Model Bs, and then they have the Pi hat on top with that little fan.
Mm-hmm.
So this actually takes power over Ethernet to just run. So that it's only one cable in, and then I just added all of the USB to SATA connections for the SSDs.
I'm still not like, but how are the individual Pis connected to one another? That's the part I'm not.
My little home server is running Portainer, and each one's going to be running a mini kube. And
so you're doing it over Wi-Fi, I guess.
Huh?
You're doing it over Wi-Fi,
no, it's all over network.
Take a picture of the other side. Maybe that's why I'm missing something.
Oh, it's just the little at-home switch. It's a little PoE switch. That's all it is.
I'm still confused. So, you
see where the network jack is? Yeah, it's just one more cable that gets plugged in. And that's
okay.
It.
So this isn't okay. All right, that's what.
Yeah. No, this is on my desk. Yeah, it's not plugged in and running yet.
All right, we're on the same page then.
I'm trying to flash each SD card and set it up all together, but it's looking like I'm gonna have to. I'm either gonna have to switch my image or do something else. I'm trying to use a specific image that I'm using at work. So that's my problem.
I feel like maybe you probably got this one. You probably got it. I feel like it's this is, I don't know. Oh shit! Whoa! What's crazy is that I can fucking read this. He's like, well, Shungzai. So he wants to use Word. I don't know what this character is, but something conlet API. So he looked at the API, but mayo con whatever that is, something pongru. I don't know what this word means. Wait, is this an image? Oh wow, wait, this is interesting. Is this an image?
Right click.
Okay, no, it is text. Okay, so I don't know what that is. That quiet? I don't know what that word is. Oh, no wonder. Okay, all right. I see what this is. This is traditional. Some of this is traditional. Tong XL. Oh, so he's trying to get data from out of Excel or from Excel into I don't know what the other thing is. Ranho, and then he's trying to go into Word. Something on Word. Yeah, I don't know enough of the characters. I only know about 60% of those characters. But it looks like they actually do have support forums. It's technically not support, but
Yeah.
let's see tables. By the way, this is why I don't like software development. Like, I would prefer if I can just have engineers, and I'm just like, I have a high level plan for what needs to get done. Like, I know how to get there. I don't want to deal with this shit.
Yeah, but then you got these engineers coming in wanting to pay $300K up front.
I'm gonna be honest. I've met a lot of engineers, and only a very small fraction of those are worth that.
Yeah.
And,
What, you don't want to hire someone that's just going to rest and vest?
I mean, if they actually can do the stuff in a short period of time, like, sure, I don't care. Like,
yeah,
but like you actually need to be able to do the work.
Can
Basically,
you
I want someone
make...
who's like, you got to be at least better than me. And I don't consider myself like that great of an engineer, but like, I mean, I can't say that I'm not decent. I can't say I'm not a decent engineer.
Well, like that's how I built my team right now. Is like, I'm not an expert in everything, but I'm going to fill the team with experts that cover areas that I'm not an expert in. You know?
Yes, I know. The management part's the part that I don't like. I don't know if I think I've told you this. I'm okay with like starting stuff and like putting the thing together, but like at the end of the day, I don't want to manage it. Like if it's people involved, because I'm a computer person. Like I want to talk to my computer, not people.
Yeah, luckily it's conversations about the stuff that we're doing and not the touchy feely shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with the touchy feely shit.
Well, it turns out, I've learned this, through the post supply stuff, where it's like I have to deal with that. I was just like, wait, I thought that like running a company, like you just do the work, and then all of a sudden it's like I'm hearing about personal problems and just like I'm like, oh my gosh. Like I'm a psychologist to people. I'm just like, man, I'm fucked up, right? Like I have my own problems to deal with. Nobody's helping me with shit.
Oh, dude, no, I see that shit all the time. It's like, dude, I'm not your professional help.
Yeah, but you can't say that. That's the thing. You can only think it in your head. It's just like,
well, I mean, it's at that point you have to be like, hey, I recommend you seek professional help.
Yeah, one day. I don't know. I feel like if I say that, I'll get sued. I'll hurt someone's feelings, and then they'll be like, "Oh, he harassed me. He made me feel bad about myself."
You can't sue me for your opinion.
You live in America. You know you can. That's what we do here. Bruh, man. Oh my gosh. I don't miss .NET development. 'Cause now that I think about it, there are so many like libraries or whatever in the .NET ecosystem where they're not free, and I'm okay with paying. I'm not getting that like I want it to be free, but it makes it so hard to evaluate if something is even useful to you, right? Where it's like with the JavaScript landscape or Go or whatever, you just like download a package and just if it works, it works. If it doesn't, you move on. Whereas I'm gonna have to talk to their sales team and be like, yo, like, yeah, I'm willing to, like pay for this, but it's like I need to know if I can get a fucking refund if this shit doesn't work. Yeah, so I'm using trial right now, and it's just like, man, I don't know. Do you know anyone who does this type of stuff, like text or PDF, like just works with this kind of stuff? Because you work you work next to government people, so like obviously. Somehow they're building
luckily
these
not this in
documents.
depth like shit, but yeah. Not in this space.
All right.
Because like this almost what's the word? The tools we use to charge the government.
Mm-hmm.
They have to have a lot of like special tracking and formatting and all that sort of shit. I want to go after that space so bad because the two that are out there are complete fucking garbage from a user perspective, but the accounting booking people fucking love. And I don't know how to describe it.
It sounds like what you're describing is the same thing that this licensed broker person was telling me. She was just like
The
she's
government's a fucking mess with this shit.
other countries do it much better. They have like their like for instance, if you go to like certain third world countries, you can do everything online. Like the way you interact with the government is like everything is digital. Right?
Yeah, but we can't do that because we're going to get rid of government jobs, and that's the hardest thing to do in America.
I mean, most these third world countries, typically the largest employer is the government, just like here.
Yeah.
So I that's not it. It's just like I think what it is that a lot of these countries they kind of skipped, like basically they kind of grew up in the digital revolution, if that makes sense.
Right.
So it's just like everything is already like online. For instance, in Oman, if you want to interact with government systems as a citizen, you have something similar to a CAC card. I'm sure you know what that one is.
Yeah.
So it's like you put the thing in your computer, and like you can log on and access like all your government stuff. So you can access your like licenses that you need, or apply for licenses, or pay fines.
Man, I just
and all
want to
that.
be able to like do what the Germans do and just like call the government and be like, "Hey, what are my taxes?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, here, this is your taxes for the year." No, we have to guess that shit.
Well, it's not that we have to guess it. It's just that there's a company that makes a shit ton of money from doing that in a lobby, and people believe that we live in a democracy here, but we actually live in an oligarchy. It's very much a corporatocracy, or is that fascism? Is that literally what fascism is? Is that what that is? I should look up what fascism is before I say that. No, it's not fascism. What's the one where it's like it's the corporates run the country?
Communism is where the people run the companies.
What's that?
It's autocracy?
Nah, it's not autocracy. Autocracy. Wait, autocracy?
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's a thing. I know what you mean, like autocratic, but like I thought autocratic was more like oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, supreme. Yeah, there we are. Yeah. So it's not that one. Let's see. Companies. Oh, it's corporatocracy. All right, I said it. All right. I thought I was making that name up. I didn't know that was a real thing. All right. Well, yeah. So we're actually a corporatocracy. I don't understand why we claim to be a democracy.
Yeah, because you got lobbies, you got PACs, you have all this money that goes into politics. You can't run for politics without a certain dollar amount fucking behind you.
Well, you can't do anything. Like they're all paid for. Like, my bad. I'm just responding to Eddie's.
Oh yeah. Oh, Dios mío. Oh shit, that's still in my truck. That's fine. Oh, I also ordered the tune for my truck.
When
beta testing that, it seems.
Is it like a chip tune, or is it one of those you kind of like it? You put it in the middle of like the ECU and the engine or whatever. Like what kind of tune is this?
So this is I have to ship out my ECU next day.
Shit,
air
okay.
it.
Man, you doing that already? Like, isn't that going to void your warranty?
Bench unlock? No.
Okay.
It shouldn't.
You know, I don't like that word. Should. I mean, yeah. Should, shouldn't. Those are words, but, reality, they often disagrees. The reason why I'm at, like, that's always been one of the things that I've been curious about is it's like, because, these days, like, you don't own shit.
Oh, yeah.
And oh, okay. Eddie's watching, by the way. If people are saying shit in the stream, I don't know. I kind of assume that nothing goes on in the stream because in general, like no one fucking engages. So I'm just like, I do my work.
So unlocking it won't void the warranty. They have to prove that. Oh, likely it can be detected, but they
It
still have
can
to
be
prove
detected. Like it does that. That's why I'm like, they know if you do it. That's why I was asking. And I know that the Ford, like they had some electrical. Didn't Joe have electrical issues with his Ford? Maybe it was something simple,
Yeah.
but he's not the only person who's had issues with their Ford, the Raptor, not just the Ford. I'm sorry, the new Raptor, and that's why I'm just like, you just got the truck. It'll be different if you've had it for like 2 or 3 years and you threw the tune on.
Fuck it. Shit happens.
Yeah.
But I mean, like they could even say my intake voids warranty if they wanted to, but at that point it has to prove.
But there are levels though, right? Like there are levels. I mean, technically, I think putting a new exhaust on my GT3 technically voids the thing, but like I don't think they care because
it's at discretion. Yeah.
Yeah. So like when I took it to Porsche and everything, they were fine with it. And I even asked though, like before I did it, I was like, if I put this exhaust on, like, is it gonna do anything? They're like, nah, you'll probably be good. So I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, but it's also like it comes down to the dealership and the service center. So it's like, all right, I'll just take it to the 7 other Ford places that I have in 20 minutes from me. But it's also like I'm not expecting to put like a crazy tune on it where it's gonna throw a rod,
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, do you feel like it's lacking power? Well, you have the SRT, so I guess you do.
Yeah. So from a V8 to a V6 twin turbo, I noticed instantly
vacuum cleaner car.
I noticed instantly when I added the air intake, the airflow increase on the mid range on the turbos.
Oh, so you've already okay. So then you do need a tune to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just adding. So they claimed like a 70 plus percent increase on airflow, and I noticed in the mid range on torque or in the climb, like it was night and day difference between A and B. So my friend, and now I actually hear the blow off valve and the turbo spool and all that sort of stuff. And I can actually this morning there's a perfect example because it was perfect weather for turbos. And I just heard the turbo whistle the entire climb on the rev on the highway.
Do you like turbo noise?
Oh, I love it.
I'm the opposite. I fucking hate it.
Give me a good whistle and a blow off.
Nah, I need that one. I need that supercharger one, bro.
Nah. Give me that BOV just popping.
By the way, this
purposely pop that BOV.
This is my Macan. My friend, he went there today. He showed me. He's like, it's here. I'm like, I know it's here. Yeah. Still, we'll see. You're still
going back and forth on them?
No, fuck no. I basically ghosted at this point. I'm just like, yo, like I told you what my price was. Not even my price. I told him I'm even willing to go with the whole. Initially, I was gonna do like a 2-year lease. Yeah. I was like, I don't want to like. But
their numbers were off. Yeah.
Right. So I was fine, even though I was like, I really don't want to pay that much. I was like, all right, I will pay the $2,200 a month just for the lease, right? But I'm like, if I do that, I want the insurance stuff included, like the tire, windshield insurance, as well as the windshield insurance, which in the past. Whenever you lease a vehicle from Porsche, that was included as a part of the lease. So I told them that, like, I will take this car. Like, I'll lease it or whatever because, like, they already have my money and part of it, and I've already been approved for everything. So it's just like, it's a principle thing right now where it's just like, unless you give me those two things, fuck this car. I will walk. And I've been walking. It's cold now too. It's actually cold
Yeah.
here now. It was raining yesterday, and I'm out here walking. I'm just like, I'm not gonna give in.
First of all, quote unquote, it's cold.
No,
But
it was
no.
actually cold. Like it was in the 50s, raining, and it's humid here.
It's starting to hit the 30s and below.
Yeah,
in
that's
the
cold
mornings.
too. We'll get there soon. But today they offered to Uber me up there. They're like, yeah, we'll send you an Uber. Like we'll pick you up and drop you off for free. I was like, yeah. I'm like until you accept I need these insurances. I fuck this car. I'm like, sell it to someone else. So it's still there. So that tells me that they're probably going to not sell it for another week or 2 or maybe 3, because this is a highly spec'd Macan. Like $112,000, you can go and buy an X5M for this. Just think about that. Let that set in. This is X5M money. Or you can go buy a AMG GLE 63 for this amount of money.
Oh my god.
I think you can. Let me see.
No, sorry. I'm reading one of the forums and someone's referencing the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act.
What's that?
Say, where is this short TLDR? FTC, the agency confirmed that the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act makes it illegal for companies to void warranty or deny coverage under the warranty simply because you use an aftermarket part. The alert outlines key provisions of the law of protections to car owners, as defined by the FTC if an aftermarket part is a part made by a company rather than vehicle manufacturer or OEM.
That don't apply to changing the ECU though.
But right, I mean it's an aftermarket flash though. But if it's a part that basically is aftermarket and it breaks, it's like it can be your fault.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't apply to ECUs because.
But they deny warranty repair and must demonstrate the aftermarket part caused the problem. So really, they can detect if you flash it and all this sort of shit. But it's like, all right, I was just running an OBD2 scanner. Like, that may have triggered it. Like, I was running a Bluetooth OBD2 scanner. That could have triggered the foreign part.
Well,
it's like a false positive sticker.
Yeah.
It's like, so on your iPhone in the charging port, they have the little sticker in there that if it gets wet, they try to say, like, it's like back in the day. I don't know if they still do it because the phones are supposed to be IP37s, 47 or something like that. It's not 67. It's up there. iPhone waterproofing. But back in the day, like if the sticker was red, they would deny you all the warranty in the world. But now it's just like whatever.
Hi. Are you saying hi to me?
No, it's Eddie.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Eddie?
I'm like, that's so random.
Welcome to my fucking brain, bro.
I'm like, hi, I guess hi. I'm like, it's a little late. We've been having this conversation. Oh, by the way, so like, given that, so this is unrelated to everything we're talking about. Yeah. Have you heard of Warp? This new terminal emulator.
I heard of it the other day. So, I have not played with it yet.
I tried to play with it, but shit, hold on. I don't want to do that. Hold on. Let me show you what, like, I'm not a fan of the direction that the world is going. Like, I'm like, why am I like? I'm not a fan.
Did you see GitHub's speech to code using autopilot?
So I'm supposed to say public void main parenthesis string argv.
It'll write it for you.
So I had to say that shit left, right, like square bracket and then comma. Like, fuck that. I'm not doing that. That's stupid.
Why not?
Why I don't want to talk. I can type faster than I can talk. Like, real talk, I can type faster than I can talk. Like, who the fuck is gonna say console or .log and then like parenthesis quote the string and hopefully you don't have to do string interpolation because then that's going to be weird as fuck. And
Well,
then
it was
semicolon.
actually shorter than that. I'm trying to find it. Where did
But
I
no,
put
I
it?
didn't watch the GitHub thing. I was planning to go, but then I was just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. This whole tech thing, I don't know.
I don't know. I was watching videos this morning of dudes doing like the 500 drone things. That shit looks fucking dope.
See, I'll be down to do some of that, but I'm only willing to do stuff now if someone's going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Like that's where I'm at now. I'm just like
that's where I have to go learn shit.
All right, so check this out.
It's called
This is
Hey
a terminal,
GitHub, by the way.
Why do you need to sign up to use a fucking terminal?
Because they want to track your fucking shit.
Well,
wait, no. They're doing the Copilot shit as well, but they're calling it something different. That's why I didn't grab them. I was reading about it.
Who's doing that? Warp? Or?
I think Warp, yeah. Yeah, that's why they have pricing behind it.
Oh, I didn't even know there was pricing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's free. Oh, okay.
So individuals are free, teams are TBD, enterprise TBD. But it does have AI command searches and creations.
I mean, I get that, but like, I don't understand how that helps me.
That's why they want you to have an account.
Again,
because it's also cloud featured. Data is encrypted at rest.
Like, I don't like the idea that I need a fucking connection to connect, like to work with my term,
No,
to work with my
I don't want
computer.
that.
Like, that's really what this is. It's like I need to be connected to work with my computer.
Nope. Whole bunch of nope.
I have a feeling that this is an Electron. Check.
It probably is. I mean, if you want something new, just get Hyper.
I don't like Hyper,
but I don't like it. Yeah, give me iTerm.
Did I tell you I met the guy who built it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when I was at GitHub, when I first came, I guess because I was on client app, so like we met up with like some really dope people, and yeah, like I met him. I didn't like. He talked about some of the stuff he did, but I was kind of new to that world. I was coming from like data and .NET,
yeah.
So I was just like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I looked at.
Yeah, the only cool things I did was go fucking tour destruction facilities and fucking get taken to fucking steak lunches.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know if I should say this, but like, I won't say it, but I know that the budgets used to be very high when I started at GitHub. I'll just say that. I'll leave it at that.
Oh no, it wasn't even my team. Like, it wasn't a team expense. It was our people that we were spending money with taking us out.
Oh, so wait. Did you join after Microsoft?
During the merge, but technically after. Yeah.
Did you do this and you were doing that after the Microsoft merge happened, like completed?
Yeah.
After we did the training where it said that we couldn't accept gifts.
It wasn't a gift. It was a business meeting that happened at a steakhouse. That's not a gift.
We had training where okay.
Well, no, that was for that was because we had government contracts. Everyone had to be on that ethical. Yeah. So
you remember, you know what I'm talking about then, right? Like that.
Yeah, but I can accept a gift.
Well,
I can accept a gift. That's fine. I can't give a gift of certain dollar value to a government official.
Nah,
that's bribery.
Training again. I remember that shit because they had an African person. I was pissed off. I was like, oh, they would have a fucking African person. And I'm like, cause I had just came from Africa. Actually, was I? No, I was in Europe when the acquisition happened, but I think I went back to Africa shortly after the acquisition. And I shouldn't just say Africa. I went to Nigeria. How about that? And like it's corrupt as fuck out there. Like, so I was just like,
dude, I have stories from Afghanistan. Like, if you want to get your bag through fucking,
it's corrupt there too. It's corrupt in a lot of countries outside of.
Well, I'm talking like 10 years ago. Like, you'd have to slide the dude a 20 to get your bag through, or they tried to hold you.
I mean, they do that in a lot of places.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of places. Or like what I do, like I've learned this where it's just like I'm okay. It's just like if something happens, and like for instance, like when I was traveling from Oman to Dubai, it's like if they starting to like get a little bit too involved in the whole search, it's like, hey, bro, here's 50 riyal.
Check that shoe real quick. Just, like that. Check that shoe. Like I'm pretty sure you missed something in that shoe.
Nah. It's just straight up like, hey, here's 50 riyal. I'm in a hurry. Here you go. All right, let me go. I don't think you can do it in Singapore though. Like I was thinking, I was like, man, like I think they're strict as fuck out there. If you attempt, like it's automatic. Like you're going with them.
Yeah, no, that's where I run on the expertise of security. Like I'll talk to a security company before I go to certain countries.
I'm not about that life no more. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go. I told you I'm leaving on the 28th. Wait, is this shit? Listen, okay. Have toggle code mode.
Yeah, so basically it'll do it for you. It gives you a good example.
You know what? Maybe I should try this. What if I'm like convert this PDF to JSON? If it does,
I'd say if you're on the alumni Slack or if you have you got contacts still, have them put you on the alpha.
All right, yeah. Well, okay, I shouldn't do it here, but yeah, I'll talk to someone. And somebody asked if I wanted to join the alumni Slack. At the time, I don't know. I don't remember what I said. I must have said something. I'm just like,
you don't want to join that toxic shit.
It's not about being toxic, but like, actually, so one of the things that like I really, man, like it sucked when I left, because like like it's remote only, and like you build these relationships with people, and back then like I didn't really know people's names because some of the people I did
the handles and all that shit.
Yeah, it's just I know their handles, so it's just like I can't talk to some of the people who like I used to talk to all the time because we had Slack, and I was in my mind, I'm just like, oh, we just use Slack. But yeah, like I'll be down to join it now. I guess enough time has passed for me to be over, like the whole certain things that I didn't like about the company.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. We can. Well, I didn't go through all that. I was. I left on my own terms, but yeah. And I thought honestly, like, I'm glad that I did.
It's all politics.
What I learned is that if you get fired, you can you're banned from ever going back to you can't visit anymore.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if you know that. So like, if you got fired, you can't go back. So I'm actually glad that I left on my own terms.
Yeah, I left on my own terms.
And it's like I was there. I've set my little date or whatever, and we were good.
Shit, I still have my badge.
Man, I'm not going to talk about this. I can't talk. But
Yeah, that's fine.
We're on stream.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty interesting. But it's also like that's like warp for me. Like I don't want to put the commands I'm running in a fucking cloud.
I mean, I feel like this is useful for certain people.
Yeah,
like this is gonna sound fucked up, but like I think this is mostly for the people who are working on problems that have already been solved.
Yeah,
it's not for people who are actually doing what I consider real engineering, solving a new
This is like low code, no code type stuff. I feel like it's trying to get into that space.
I mean, it's cool though. I'm actually happy
and the accessibility of space. Like
I'm happy to see this. This is nice.
Yeah, I'm all about like giving people accessible options to work.
I did hear about the code spaces that everyone gets it now. Whatever a free.
Yeah,
I think I already get it though.
So I think you get so many hours for being pro.
Well, I get hours just because of reasons. Let's just say I used to work there. So like actually no. So my personal account, like all the shit that like all of my personal account is still free, which is interesting. like, and I get access to everything, but with the Code and Color account, I don't get access to stuff for free. Like, but I did ask for something and they gave it to me. But like, I think that I get the hours just by virtue of having an organization. If I had to check, I actually don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. I have it where it's just like certain people do it because I think it's free up until a certain point, and then if you go over, like at the time, like I this is gonna sound fucked up, but like I didn't trust people to be what's the right word? Responsible. It's not you. I'm just talking about like, you know, when I had 7 or 8 people, I didn't trust them to be responsible with their usage of stuff because, you know, they're probably not thinking about stuff like this, and they probably don't understand that if you just leave something running and it's just doing this node shit, that it's gonna cost me money. So
yeah,
I think I did this. Yeah, I changed it to selected members, and this is after they gave me access to it.
Hey man, everything's got a fucking price tied to it.
Well, I understand that, but you'll be surprised how many. Well, you probably won't. You manage people, but a lot of people don't understand that shit's not free. Which is, you know. Oh shit! They have new icons. I didn't. Did you know that? I just realized this. They're using new icons. This GitHub app, that's a new icon. This OAuth policy, that's a new icon. The fact that I know this, I feel kind of man. The fact that I'm noticing that they are using new icons like
yeah, that's small shit I don't notice.
I used to use the site a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, because I was on client apps, right? So like, I had to use GitHub as not only
you wanted the cohesivity between the app and the site. So
yeah. So it's like I had to understand like not only like GitHub internally, but like how other people use GitHub because we're using all of our publicly facing shit. Some of our internally stuff that no one else had access to.
Yeah.
Man, that's actually interesting. Like the fact that, and this is kind of meta, but like the fact that we're on a live stream and random people can just drop in here and just jump in a conversation between people who have worked at a company who they're probably using their product right now.
Yeah.
Or by the way, did you accept your offer? Are you going?
We can talk about that off stream.
All right. All right, man. I think, man, what I'm probably gonna do tomorrow is probably do some Next 13 stuff. So if you want to join in for that, I remember you saying you wanted to do something.
Yeah, I want to play around with it. I want to see. I need to find a project that I want to do because I want to play with Cloudflare's Edge.
That's the other thing that I could potentially do. So I'm sure you remember the whole Supabase story. That's still happening. I think I can talk about this publicly.
The Supabase one signal?
Yeah. I won't give as much details, but I can talk about certain things. So Supabase has like their edge function things, kind of like Excel has. So I'm developing a integration, like a sample integration, that's going to integrate Stripe and OneSignal. Stripe is handling payments. OneSignal is going to handle messaging. But the way that's going to work is after you click, and it's also a Flutter app, so like it'll be on the phone. So it's like after you purchase an item, what I'm going to do is make a call to my Edge function, and that Edge function is going to then make a call to the OneSignal API. In fact, I think, fuck. Okay, gosh.
The new version, wow.
It's because the new version of Mac OS is out, which I haven't updated to. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not. I give that a couple months. Yeah, I don't need honestly, a break in my shit right now.
It may happen next year. Like I almost accidentally clicked it on my MacBook Pro and it scared the hell out of me. I was just like, oh my gosh, like
this is so the one that I'm on now. I have a Time Machine clone on my older one. So luckily, if I fuck up and click the button, I have a old one. Then I can go
Time
back
Machine
to.
Will it let you restore back to an old version of OS though?
Yeah.
You want to hear? Since you brought up Time Machine, you see this right here. Last backup June 4th.
Oh, dude, I'm 60 days over on this one.
Well, isn't it supposed
September
to 5th. Happen automatically? I know it's supposed to happen automatically, but here's the problem. I don't know like where the hard drive, like which hard drive or where the hard drive is. So I'm just like, I may have lost backups to like 2 different machines.
All right, I'm sending you a label maker for Christmas to help you with some OCD things.
You know, actually, I thought about buying a, I thought about buying a labeler. That's just like because you don't know where I live, but there's an Office Depot. Literally, I can walk across the street. There's an Office Depot, and I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm not gonna buy this fucking labeler. I'm like, I don't want to be organized like that.
Dude, you saw it. It's on the picture of the Raspberry Pis. I labeled that shit.
I know it's helpful. I know it's good for me, but it just sounds like work that I have to do.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's 3 things that I fucking deal with. It's organization and kind of like automating my life away. And the more that I can like just make it easy, if that makes sense.
It does make sense. It does, and I think what it is that it's phases for me.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like sometimes I'll be in the phase where it's like, all right, I'm about that life. I'm gonna put in the work, and I think that right now I'm probably not in it, but I might get back into that phase during my somewhat vacation when I leave the country. Because
well, that's like I have calendar alerts like every month for like me to scan in all of my mail that I want to like digitally file away. So like anything that doesn't get emailed to me, like actual like tax statements and bills and medical the medical receipts,
right?
And
I know
that sort of shit. Like
I used to do that too.
That's all in a digital file cabinet.
I used to do that. I used to do that, and I'm gonna give you some backstory. So this has a lot to do with code and color. So like when I first started, like I was doing like all of that stuff beforehand because I was running as a consulting firm. But the more I got into actually having to develop, even though I don't even want to do it, like I started to just drop the ball on that kind of shit. So like admin type stuff, I guess is what you can call it.
Yeah.
Like, I started dropping the ball on that to the point to where it's just like, well, I was getting burnt out. So I was just like, I'm at a point. I'm just like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to wake up and not even get on the computer. Like I didn't get on the computer until 6 o'clock today, and it's not because I was tired. I don't know. I just didn't want to be here on the computer, and I forced myself to come here. I was just like, all right, let me just start the stream. I'm like, hopefully I won't regret it, and I did learn some shit. Now we're having a conversation, so
yeah,
I guess it's fine. Just keep doing it. Over time, maybe I'll enjoy it again.
Yeah. And like I'm sitting here like I'm working on my thing talking with you, but also I'm like thinking on a fucking other thread of how you can work with that fucking PDF.
Yeah,
I keep coming back to Python, and you're not gonna like that.
I mean, hey, like so, bro, like I am so like over this shit. Like if someone can do it for me, I will pay them the money.
Fiverr.
But they need to be able to actually do it though, and not just do it,
that's
but
the
like
problem.
like
yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah,
I don't know, but yeah, like I understand where you're coming from with the admin shit. Like I'll skip a month, but it's like the month that I skip, I get like drowned in paper, and I'm like, fuck, this sucks. But it's like that little shit adds up. But it's also like that's why I have a cleaning lady, because I value my time on the weekends.
I want my mom to clean my house. I'm gonna ask her if she want to come over and do it. I'm not even joking, bro. Like it's why not?
No.
You know what I can do? Maybe I'll do this. 'Cause I need to start doing content. And like this is again, it sounds weird, but like I want to do content, but I don't want to do anything tech related. Does that make sense? Like
no, that makes no sense.
Yeah. I'm just over tech, bro. Like I don't know. I can't. I can do it for my job.
Let's just start watching random videos and theorize the technology behind it.
What's that?
Let's just theorize the technology behind shit, like the 500 drone shit.
Uh-huh.
Like that shit boggles my mind on that control plane that you have to do to build 3D models with drones in the air
Well,
and
dude,
coordinate the.
well, you could do. You could. I think you could use Unity for that.
I wouldn't be surprised if they are.
By the way, did I send you? I thought I sent you a message today. Did you get a message from me on Instagram?
I probably saw it. I've been running around all morning, afternoon.
All right, let me find it. I'm gonna pull it out in another thing because it's kind of similar to this drone thing, and it's just like I would be down for talking about like how like just like talking about how things could possibly be built or working. I
Oh,
just
one
don't
of
want
these
to build
Halloween
it.
houses.
That's
Yeah,
where I'm
yeah,
at
yeah.
now. I just don't. I'm dumb. Man, like I'm so over building shit right now.
Well, this is the thing. Like, this is all somebody built this.
Sorry, I don't know my password to anything. I have to.
T-
I don't even know my username to to Instagram. I would be man, like my life would suck if like somehow I lost access to one password.
Yeah.
I would be
Oh, dude,
fucked.
I'm fucked.
Maybe that's a problem that needs to be solved. It's too convenient right now. All right, let me
Oh, I have a couple friends that basically know what to do, and I'm like, just burn everything. Do not open anything. Burn it all.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
But it's for the whoever's watching on the streams. I have 2 streams going on right now. But like this right here, like I would love to do that. I love this. This is dope.
So really, what it is coordinating. So you know how long the song is.
Well, I think they're using event software to do this because a lot of events they control a lot of lights, and
Yeah.
there's a time component. So I imagine that's what they're using. But it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, I mean, yeah, yeah. I actually know how they're doing it. It's just like it's just impressive. We could become like those artists. You've seen those live coding music people who GitHub typically brings in to their conferences.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we could do that where it's just like we do performance art, where it's like you have all the like at an event you have all these lights or whatever, and we could just like automate it to do something dope, like synchronize it to a song or synchronize it to whatever. I don't know.
I don't know. One thing I'm gonna start planning. I'll sit down with you and I want to talk with Joe, but like I want to figure out like a hackathon thing.
Actually, that would be highly useful, and I may be able to convince my company to support that because that's technically my job. It's technically my job is to like.
Well, it's like I want to be able to like because the ones I'm used to are like 24-hour grind sessions. Like you start Thursday and Friday. Like you start Thursday morning and Friday morning. Give a presentation and kind of show off the work you've done. So like I want to be I want to find communities that want to do this and build that sort of shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, hit up Joe. Yeah, I can hit him up now. I mean, is he online?
He's at no, he was at dinner. He was at dinner like an hour ago.
When you come to Houston?
I don't know.
I can tell you that like I won't be coming there until it's warm. So now you have a range.
Well, you're leaving soon, so.
But I'm going somewhere warm. I don't know if you realize this. Like I typically leave during the winter. I'm rarely here during the winter. I leave now. You were around last year, right? When I left, like I left last year. Went somewhere else.
No, because you went to Galveston with us. I was in August.
I meant like on Slack. Like I thought yeah, because I was just like typically during the winter I leave. Whenever it gets cold, I'm like I don't need to be here.
I don't pay attention.
Yeah, I've actually finalized some of the things for my trip.
Hi, puppy.
Actually, there's one other thing I need to finalize. I need to get my room. I want you to check this out. Tell me what you think. And Eddie, if you're online, join the Zoom. And if you tried to join the Zoom and I didn't realize it, my bad. I'm sorry. But check this place out.
I don't see any pop-ups, but I'm not host. Ooh, it's cold out.
She looked at me like,
Hey Google, what's the weather outside?
Hey, don't be saying, hey Google. Oh wait, I don't have Google set. We're good.
52 degrees in cloudy. Tonight, the forecast is for a high of 51 and a low of 42 and cloudy.
I hear Google talking.
It's saying it's 50s right now.
Wait, where? Where you are?
Yeah.
And you were trying to talk shit like it's not cold here. It's the same temperature.
Well, it was 70 this all day.
I don't know what it was. I've had a day where I'm just like, I don't want to be bothered with anything. I stayed inside all day. Yo,
I don't hear y'all.
Eddie. I hear Eddie.
Yeah, I heard him too, but I don't. Wait, let me make sure. You there, Eddie?
Probably his output.
Oh no, he's muted. He's muted.
Nah, he just toggled it. I think it's his output.
There we go. There we go.
Okay.
I had y'all muted.
Yo, what's going on? How you doing?
Chilling.
What you do today?
Just saw some fam. Ate out. Took an afternoon nap.
I did that too. I think I went.
Must
to
be
sleep
nice.
Like
I didn't get to nap. No, I went and had brunch though. So
I thought, bro. Remember how it was like I don't want to do anything. I was like, I woke up early. I woke up at like 8, and I was going to work, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to do anything, so I didn't.
Yeah, I walked the dog at 9. We were out the house by 10. I went to Micro Center and got stuff for the little cluster, and then went to brunch.
Man, I remember when I used to go to hardware stores. I used to love going to stores. Now, I don't like anything. Is that a bad thing? Is that what happens when you get older? You just stop liking shit?
You're gonna be like Gran Torino Hermit style.
I'm already almost there. I'm already almost there. Like someone, I think my mom or somebody there is just like, "Oh, you need a car." I'm like, "For what?" I'm like, "Where?" Like, I don't go anywhere. And I was just like, when I had my other cars here, like they literally just fucking sat there, and I never left.
Nah, for me, car is independent freedom type shit. It's people like the government wanting to put kill switches in and do all this other shit that I don't want.
Maybe I don't know.
We're gonna put a kill switch in your car. The fuck you are.
All right, I want you to see this. Can you see my screen, Eddie? Am I sharing my screen? How is this working?
You're not sharing your screen.
Oh, bro, you ain't.
Yeah, you're not.
Man, you've been watching the stream. That's all right. I'm sorry, my bad.
I'm not poor. I have good bandwidth. Shit.
I know, but it's a delay though. Like I'm looking.
That's fine.
What you don't see is that maybe you can see it if I do this. I have my iPad here with the stream up on YouTube, and it's a delay. Like I can move something, and then like I look over like 10 seconds later, it's like, oh, it's moving now.
Well, it's also because your action is now, and the delay is real to you, whereas the delay to me is like 2 seconds. And my brain can process that.
All right, well, I'm sharing my screen, so you can look at it if you want, but just hide it. But Eddie,
Yeah.
I want you to tell me, like, so I was going to book this last night, but the issue is that, like, right now, because it's a winter sale or whatever, it's a really good deal-ish, but it's non-refundable. Like, as in, like, if I book it today and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I need to change the date, I'm fucked. So, anyway, let me just show the thing. You can tell me what you think of it. I'm probably going to spend 4 or 5 days here and just like fucking just.
Is it a make or break type price?
I mean,
because let's say you show up a day late, you're out $100. Are they going to cancel the entire stay?
It's a little more than that. This is the room, by the way. It's a little more.
Okay.
Let's just say it's within my budget. How about that? We'll just say that. We'll leave it at that.
That's not a room, sir. That's a suite.
It's a villa. I know it. It's 2,200 square feet.
Yeah.
How many? 20,000?
2,200 square feet.
2,300?
22.
Wow.
Here, I can show you the room, I think.
I like how it's floating. Like it's extended.
All right, so I was going to get the high bay view, which is like at the top of the hill or mountain or whatever it is, with a direct view of just the ocean. Because I don't actually I like looking at the ocean. I don't really want to go there. So I was just like, I want a dope view. And then I'm like, I'm going to just sit right here at this table. I'm like, I'm probably not going to do shit. Just
sit there, take a couple meetings, and fucking chill.
Well, technically I'm on vacation, but I probably will just work anyway because I'm not going by myself, even though like as I was telling the person, I was just like, I hope you're okay. Like during like when we're here, I'm like, I don't plan to do shit. So I'm like, if you get bored, you can go do shit, but I don't want to do anything.
Oh, I've done that with my girl. Like we've gone places, and I'm just like, I'm gonna go back to the hotel and sleep. I will catch you later.
But that's the difference. You said go back to the hotel. What I'm saying is, I will not leave this room.
Oh, I mean, it's the same.
Like it'll be the equivalent if I'm here at home, how I never leave my house. It'll be the same shit where it's just like, yo, like I'm probably gonna sit at this table all day and do absolutely nothing. Like literally nothing.
Sometimes you just gotta fucking do that. That's the thing. It's like we're not built to fucking sit in front of a computer for 10 hours. We're not fucking built to think hard equations and mind-boggling this and that for
Well, I do plan to do
end.
some stuff like that. So like if y'all want like if y'all are down, like if y'all want to like ideate or whatever, like we could do that where it says I'll be free and I'll probably be on paper and just like looking at the ocean. Smoking Thai happiness because it's legal there now. So I'm gonna, do things that are legal in Thailand. And
I mean, but yeah, fuck it.
I even told I was like, yo, like, because I was like, they got kayaks and it's all free. I'm like, yo, like, I will get in the kayak with you, but you paddling that bitch. I ain't paddling shit. I'm like, I'm not doing nothing.
That's when I paddle you out and fucking dip and swim back.
I was just like, yeah, I'm not about to do any of that. I'm like, yo, I'm going to do nothing. Like, absolutely. That's a lie. I'll probably do my jump rope and my workouts because, like, the unit that I was looking at, it has like a yard almost, like with a pool and all that. So I was just gonna, exercise, I guess. Go train. I think there's a Muay Thai gym not far that I'll leave for that. Like, I'll go train, but nothing else. Yeah. But yeah, this is where I'm staying, so it's kind of dope.
That's sick.
No,
what's your friend say when you're like, hey, I ain't doing nothing?
What do you mean? I was like, that's what she said. Like, unbelievable. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, what if I'm like, yo, like, I told her, I'm like, this week, just this 1 week that we're gonna be here, I'm like, this is gonna be my vacation. Because I mean, technically I'm taking vacation, but like, I don't know if you know this, when I take vacation, I still work. It just means that like I don't have meetings on my calendar that I have to worry about.
Yeah,
so,
it's a blocker. Like, that's how I am. Like my guys are like, you actually like at home do learning and shit. I was like, yeah, it's the only way I get bored.
Yeah,
but it's
do
also
too.
like I know I need to unplug. Like I know I need to go rest, and the resting's like I just need to go get different scenery. Like I need to go. So like when I run down to the shore and stay at my parents', like I have a routine that I do it's literally go to the coffee place, grab shit there, go sit on the beach for the morning and chill and go back and do a couple hours of work, but I'm not doing a full day.
Yeah.
So like, man, I don't know. I've been contemplating because travel can sometimes be a pain in the ass. It's just like I can stay here for a week, or I can stay here for like four days, and then go on to Laos and see what Laos is about. Before I have to go to Vietnam, I have to go to Vietnam because I'm taking a boat thing.
Yeah.
Did I tell y'all about that? Halong Bay.
Yeah.
I'll show whoever Eddie, I guess.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it, but you didn't go into it too much.
I'm going here.
I would say if you know the minimal days that you're going to be there, like tag that up.
The cruise is 3 days.
Oh, I'm talking about that hotel. If you know you're going to be there for that week, like just fucking tag it. Like just take it.
Well, I don't know if I'll be there for the week. Maybe I want to go to Laos. Like, right?
Then take half the time. Like that's the thing. Is like if you want it, get it. If not, don't.
Well, I think what I really want is more time.
Yeah.
Like if I had 7 weeks, 6 weeks would be ideal. Then I can go to Laos for a week because I don't. Part of the issue is that like I like to go places and be there for at least a week.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't make sense to be there just for a couple days. So it's like we're going to Chiang Mai for a week, Bangkok for a week. We'll be in Vietnam for a week. Vietnam is interesting because I don't like most Vietnamese food, so I'm just like, I can shorten that one. I don't need to be there for that long. But who knows? Maybe I'll love the food, or maybe I just won't eat because I've done that before too. But yeah, Halong Bay, and I'll be on like one of those boats doing Halong Bay shit, I guess.
Yeah.
So I was like, honestly, I'm like, man, I'd be willing to cancel that and just fucking chill in Laos and do nothing. Like, I just want to do nothing, bro. Like, I don't know what it is.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. One of my boys this weekend, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just going to Berlin this weekend." I was like, "What?" I was like, "It's fucking random."
What? Just sit at home and do? Well,
no. Like he literally said Thursday, like, "I'll see you all next Monday or Tuesday. I'll be in Berlin. Bye."
Oh, Berlin. Oh, I see.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a 12-hour flight, so it's not too bad. No, 15-hour flight.
Wait, from where you are?
Yeah.
Berlin should only be 10 hours from where you are. 8 to 10 hours. Cause it's 14.
Maybe it's 12.
I think it's 12 for me. It's 12 for me.
I think it's 12.
No, what we have the power.
It's 8. It's 8 to London.
Virginia must be farther south than I think.
It's 3 hours south from New York, an hour flight. Non-stop. Actually, it's 8.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it's just
like, it should
be shorter.
Why am I thinking it's?
I think it's 11 hours for me to get to Germany. 10 or 11. I forget which.
It's only 700. That's not bad.
Bro, I can't be looking at flights. I'll end up going somewhere because Thanksgiving's coming up, and I don't really celebrate Thanksgiving like that. So I was like, I've been contemplating. I'm like, I could go to Peru.
Yeah, I'm going down to see my parents for that weekend.
What are you doing, Eddie? Thanksgiving.
Usually I go to my in-laws. Like we usually hang out with like Apes' fam, but her parents are gonna be in Thailand, and they're like literally coming the day before Thanksgiving, so they're not gonna have like enough time to get everything set up. So I think we're just gonna probably meet up at a restaurant and eat, and then I think I might see my mom after. So still kind of up in the air.
Mm.